Does love replace the law? Let's read Romans 13:8 through 10. Owe no one anything except to love each other, for the one who loves another has fulfilled the law. For the commandments, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not covet, and any other commandment are summed up in this word: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no wrong to a neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. Now, from a dispensational Sunday Christian perspective, Romans 13:8 through 10 is typically interpreted as teaching that the Mosaic law, the Torah, has been set aside, and that love alone is now the one rule of life for modern Christians. Thus, when Sunday Christians say that love fulfills the law, what they usually mean is that love replaced the law as our guiding principle. But from a messianic, pro-law perspective, which I believe Paul was, the start of Romans 13 is understood not as a rejection of the law, but rather as a deeper affirmation of what the law is all about, and that is love. Knowing how to keep the law in love is the ongoing application in our daily life as believers in Yeshua Messiah. Fulfilling the law does not mean abolishing the law. The term fulfill is the Greek word pleruo, which means to carry out or bring to fullness. Yeshua said he came not to abolish the law, but to fulfill the law, Matthew 5:17, which is to bring the law to its fullest application by practicing it in mercy and love. Paul here echoes his master's teachings, that when we walk in love, we are carrying out and bringing to fullness the true intent of the law. It is impossible for the law and love to be in opposition, for the law actually commands us to love. Love Yahweh and love your neighbor. Deuteronomy 6:5. You shall love Yahweh your Elohim with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength. Leviticus 19:18. You shall not take vengeance nor bear any grudge against the children of your people, but you shall love your neighbor as yourself. I am Yahweh. So again, in Romans 13, Paul is reiterating the law as being rooted in love, and not that the law was replaced by love. Notice in Romans 13, Paul listed the 10 Commandments, which is from Exodus 20 and Deuteronomy 5, showing that Paul was not discarding the law, but highlighting their ethical and spiritual center, that is, love, mercy, kindness, etc. So after reading Romans 13 in context, that is, from a messianic view, we see that we are still called to obey the law, as long as it's with a transformed heart that follows Yeshua, not to earn salvation, but to express our covenant faithfulness, also known as sanctification. Galatians 5:14. For the whole law is fulfilled, applied in its fullest meaning, in one word: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Hallelujah.